Welcome back, everyone. Toyshiz here, and I am back yet again to give you guys a bit of a news video. Let's talk about some new reveals that were shown off for the Toy Fair 2022. It's a shame that we couldn't all go. Hey, that's pretty cool, though. The Toy Book revealed today that Toy Fair will be moving to the fall of 2023 in New York. So that is actually pretty cool. Some good news there. Hopefully, fingers crossed, everything goes swimmingly, and we'll be back to Toy Fair next year in the fall. But to talk about what NECA has shown off these past couple days, so many things are coming. So many great things. They were nice enough. They gave me some gargoyles to show off. Whoosh had had a lot of Ninja Turtles, right? Pixel Dan had the Secret of the Ooze box set. TMnT Wiz got to show off that new Renee, or I guess how I used to call her Renette. When reading the old comic, I'm like, oh yeah, it's a Renette. We'll talk about more of that later. But yeah, like if you're a Ninja Turtle fan, much like me, I mean, it's like overload. There's a lot to talk about. So we'll talk about everything. We'll kind of keep it simple. There's so much more, but we'll keep it to what you can actually pre-order right now if you wanted to. And as always, I'll put all the links down in the description below. So to kick it off, we'll talk about the NECA Toys' cartoon TMnT line. That is one of my favorites, if not my favorites right now. It's amazing. I love it. I love what they're doing with it. The sculpts, the designs, looks like they all walked straight out of the cartoon show. And these new Turtle 2-packs are no exception, of course. So you can get these on the NECA store right now. Kicking it off with the first 2-pack is Smash and Zack the Fifth Turtle. Smash, if you're not familiar, is the head of the Crooked Ninja Turtle gang. It's one specific episode where Shredder infiltrates this dojo. It's like the Smash and Cash Grab dojo. Anyways, he hires all these guys to dress up like Ninja Turtles and frame the Ninja Turtles. And of course, they're doing crimes and people don't notice that they're wearing like bags on their heads with like turtle pictures and turtle costumes. They just think, it's Ninja Turtles, right? Of course, that's what would be happening. But a figure that I never knew I really needed, but that's the best part about the cartoon TMnT line. We are going to be getting Smash, the evil dojo master. He comes with a bunch of different weapons and an alternate head portrait as well. So I like that a lot. And then the accompanying figure in the 2-pack will be Zack the Fifth Turtle. Zack was teased a while back on that Turtles in Disguise pack. Everyone said, oh, it's Irma. No, that's totally Zack's outline. So that was pretty cool to see. Now, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a huge fan of this character. I never liked him as a kid. When you watch like Ghostbusters or Ninja Turtles and stuff, all the kids' sidekicks were the worst, right? So I'm not a big fan of Zack the Fifth Turtle, but yeah, he's cool. He'll go with the whole collection, the whole ensemble of the cartoon TMnT. But he does come with a ton of different accessories, which is cool. Again, very specific, very show accurate. You've got the turtle. Like, he's basically how you would have to dress up as a Ninja Turtle as a kid growing up. If you were a fan, which we all did, right? You put the bandana on. He had like the turtle shell backpack that's really like a manhole cover cap or a trash can lid, whatever it was. He's got his TurtleCom backpack. He's got the head of Chrome Dome, which you can hack. TurtleCom. He's got a bunch of different weapons, accessories, the diamond, the goggles, all that kind of stuff. Very cool. And again, just a very random 2-pack, right? But one that fits in oh so well with the randomness that is the cartoon TMnT. And then the second 2-pack will be the Army Builder. Now, over on the NECA store, you could pre-order Smash and Zack. You have 2 of those you can grab. But as far as the Army Builders go, if you want to get them, the sky's the limit. You can order as many or as few as you want. To kick it off, we have the Rock Soldier Infantry Man. Now, this is kind of hard to say. Like, how many do you need? Ultimately, you really just need one, of course, right? You just have one figure, you got the one, and you're good. Yes, there's thousands in the cartoon show. If you wanted to go that route, of course. But I'll tell you this right now, you just get one, right? 1 or 2. Who knows? If you get multiples, you get multiples of the TMnT Turtle Gang as well, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But the Infantryman will go great with Trag and Granitor, just saying. So really well done, very cool, very obscure, but I mean, it's pretty dang awesome. And then you got the Crooked Ninja Turtle Gang members. So under Smash's leadership, Smash and Shredder, of course. I mean, You could get anywhere between 1 to 6. It kind of varies in terms of what you see on the cartoon. As with the Ninja Turtle cartoon, it was very random a lot of the different times. But if you get like 4 and then you got Smash that acts as Splinter, you could go that route, or you could get 3. It's like I said, the sky's the limit. You could do whatever you want. Ultimately, just get 1. That way you have the 1 in your collection and you are good to go. So to reiterate, head to the NECAstore.com. You can grab these 2. You got about 2 weeks, the open pre-order, and then later on in the year, they'll hit the store shelves at Target. Now, moving on, we have, it's just so cool, the TMnT X Universal Monsters line that NECA is doing. They're doing a ton of turtle stuff. I'm not even joking. I'm not even halfway through this video yet. But yes, Raphael, he's amazing. Highly recommend him. You can go check out my video on him as well. The next turtle up will be Leonardo. He's the Hunchback. We all know he was coming, so he looks great. Tons of different stuff. Again, I have a video on these 2 if you want to look at that. It goes into more detail. But the new reveal is, of course, Michelangelo as the Mummy. So Mummy Michelangelo, he comes with so many great things. Extra hands, extra bandages. He's got a bendy wire snake. He has the Ankh nunchucks, or you could say the key of life, for all you Egyptian nerds out there, fellow Egyptian nerds. And then he comes with one heck of an extra head portrait, which is just fantastic. Now, I immediately thought of certain panels from an old Archie comic, right? The Future Turtles. I also thought about the old Mirage image at that, I forget what it was at that time. But yeah, the old Turtles comic, Donatello becomes a robot. Raphael takes a laser blast to the face, gets his head blown up. You know what I mean? It's like that kind of thing. You look at this one, right? A lot of people were like, yeah, it looks like that deteriorating turtle mask from the movies. It does. It totally does. But that was not, honestly, not my first thing. It wasn't until people were like, oh yeah, like, oh yeah, totally didn't think about that at all. Archie and Mirage comics for me in terms of what I was thinking. But like I said, Michelangelo looks fantastic. I love just the rotted out mouth. It looks like those Brendan Fraser mummy movies. You know what I mean? When Imhotep's kind of putting himself back together. He's got one heck of a bendy wire snake right there. For those wondering why there's a hole in the snake, it's the bendy wire, but that looks pretty good. He just looks great. Both the head sculpts, the fact that, you know, you got it's very creative. I'm having a blast with this line. So he will definitely be joining my Universal Monsters shelves, that's for sure. And lots more to come as well. We got little teases of April here and there. But if you want Mummy Michelangelo, you can totally go and pre-order him now. Moving on to more comic book news. This is the far-flung what-if future of the Ninja Turtles. There has been a ton of what-ifs as far as the future of the Turtles go. They always usually end in tragedy, by the way, and this one is no exception. Now, a lot of people say, no, this is canon. Well, technically, yeah, but there's a lot of different canon stories for as the future Turtles goes. But The Last Ronin, it's a pretty epic storyline. It's still going if you want to get into it now. The NECA Toys figure looks amazing, looks spot on, so I have no qualms with it. Couple extra head portraits. You've got all the weapons of the fallen Ninja Turtles. You got the weapons, you got the shuriken, you got all kinds of different stuff. I mean, they loaded him up. This is, in fact, in case you didn't know, Michelangelo, and yeah, he is the last turtle standing. Who knows what will happen in the finalization of the series, but in either case, I just love all the weapon storage this guy has. He's very upset. He's got the goggles. He's got the extra head portrait. It just, again, much like the cartoon stuff, much like the Mirage stuff that's coming up, it's just, they do such a great job of attention to detail. So if you want the Last Ronin Michelangelo, for now, there's this version. There's another version coming. And of course, this one is available for pre-order as we speak. Moving into the original Mirage Ninja Turtles. This is more the comic book black and white series, if you will. We are going to be getting a RENET figure. I'm sorry, Renee, whatever her name is, right, at this point. But TMnT Wiz over on Instagram got the official reveal for her, and she looks fantastic. For me, in reading the old comic books and I still have them, I'll pull these out. These are the graphic novels. They kind of, the books, you could say. They put all the original stories together in one giant magazine graphic novel kind of style. And it was awesome. And I totally remember this. And it's one of those classic stories. RENET looks, again, like she popped right out of the comic book. So it looks pretty good. Now, I know what you're going to say. Wait a minute. Renee is blue, ain't she? Well, yeah, that is honestly how I see Renee. Also, in all honesty, they only put color on the covers back in the day, so she could technically just be black and white, right? The blue is what they did in that sense. Unbeknownst to me, this is where the red comes from, is that they had recent recolors. IDW did the Mirage covers, and they made Renee red. So this is kind of what this figure harkens to at this point. For a blue or maybe a comic book black and white version, we all know NECA Toys. We know that they're paying attention at this point. I mean, look at all the stuff that we've been talking about already. So I would say, don't worry. If you don't want the red one, maybe in the future, maybe at some point, I'm sure we'll see other colors of Renee, so you can grab her. Hopefully also Cerebus, too. I would love to get a Cerebus figure. That would go really, really nicely with the Ninja Turtles, I'm just saying. But yeah, to reiterate, Renee, I like all the clocks all over her headpiece is great. She's got the stolen time scepter. You got to say she took that without Lord Simultaneous knowing, right? And pulled the turtles into that whole situation. I also like that you can remove her helmet or her, whatever you want to call that, and she's got the unhelmeted blonde head going on. Also, the disembodied Lord Simultaneous floating head is really cool, and I like that they went with this version. It just kind of floats there and bothers Renee in the comic book. But yeah, this is what the dude ultimately looks like. And hey, while you're at it, why not do Savanti Romero, right? The guy that the horned devil-looking guy that bothered them during this story. Go read the storyline. That's all I'm going to say. It's pretty dang good. So, reds, blues, black and whites, whatever. Here's the red version. And hopefully, yeah, in the future, we will get to a blue version of Renee. And then, this is what, I'm waiting to talk about, to be quite honest with you. Ninja Turtles, the Archie series. Now, for me, back in the day, of course, you had Mirage Turtles, right? I had those old books and the comic books and everything else. But the Archies are ultimately what I think about for Ninja Turtles in general. And then playing with the Playmates toys back in the day, I'd always situate them in the sense of, yeah, this is what happened in the Archie comic book. The cartoon was kind of like over here. I liked watching the cartoon, but the Archies were a little bit more stylized, a little bit more adult in that sense, while not being totally for a kid, talking about Mirage Turtles, not really understanding it. Archie kind of put a more adult spin, but still in that realm for children to understand. And of course, one of my favorite characters from the Archie series, and how I think about this character always, was Slash. Slash, NECA, man, they did a fantastic job on this guy. I have to say, that is Slash. That's what I think about with Slash. He's not the cartoon version. He's not any other version. This is right out of the comic book, and that's why he looks amazing to me. He looks absolutely fantastic, and he can really go, as we'll soon see in a bit, you can go with your Mighty Mutanimals. Now, for me, I don't count Slash as a Mighty Mutanimal. He's a friend, he's a featuring role, he's a guest star in that sense. But yeah, I mean, he tries to avenge the Mutanimals, right? Spoilers. Sorry, they horribly murdered in the Child's Archie TMnT comic book. But I really like the belts, the style of him. He looks like a comic book turtle. He doesn't look like the cartoon with the cell shading and everything. So the back of him looks good. It looks great. Definitely check out Slash in the Archie Comics version. The old Terracide cover was fantastic. That's one of my favorite covers, him holding the world as it burns. And then, of course, Slash meets his untimely end while trying to stop Maligna and her forces and everything else. However, to this day, I do not say that Slash officially died. You never actually see him die. I know that they've kind of said, yeah, he's dead. But no, I will not accept it. He's still alive out there. Somehow, some way, he did not fall into the center of the sun. I'm just going to say. Maybe Cuddly the Cowlick. Yeah, he zoomed in real fast and teleported him out of there. Something like that. But yeah, hands down, Slash looks amazing. Must have. If you want him, you can pre-order him now. And speaking of the Mutanimals, I said I'm not going to get into this just yet, but the Fwoosh revealed a ton of upcoming Archie comics, Mighty Mutanimals, the way they kind of looked in the whole Archie series, how I think about them, how I think about these specific characters. You have Man Ray and Bubba Glub Glub, right? So he's coming. And then you also have Jaguar and Dreadmon. And it's so cool to see the finalized versions of these. Just saying. So, very cool overall, and if you want to pre-order any and all these things, they are available now. There is a ton of Ninja Turtle stuff. I'm going to tell you this honestly. There's a lot of great stuff. You don't have to get it all. I'm going to tell you, focus on your collections. Make it look good. That's the whole thing for 2022, especially looking at everything last year and this year. Focus on what makes you happy. Don't buy it just to get it. Buy it if it makes you happy or if it brings up all the real cool nostalgic feelings and all that jazz. You know what I mean? So don't just buy it to get it. Buy it if you absolutely have to have it. You will enjoy it, and you'll be keeping it for years and years. That's all I'm going to say. But in either case, I'm really curious to see what you guys think about all these Ninja Turtle figures. Are they for you? Will you be grabbing? Comment below. Let me know. Let's talk everything Ninja Turtles. And I'm going to leave you guys with that. As always, drink some great coffee, eat some great food. But most importantly, remember, yes, I did see the Mezco versions of the Ninja Turtles. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know. I have so many iterations. I mean, what's one more, right? But then I think, well, you got to keep it. Do I really need them? No. Well, yeah. And when you do, let me know what you found. I'll talk to you guys soon. Adios.